Today we are going to be looking into the disappearance of Aisha Degree. This is Aisha Degree. She was born August 5th, 1990 in Shelby, North Carolina. These are her parents, Harold Degree and Aquila Degree. Their home at the time is located on Oak Crest Drive in Shelby, North Carolina. Living on the property was Aisha, her brother O'Brien and her parents. So now let's get into what happened on the 14th of February 2000. At 2:30 a.m, Harold Degree checked on his two kids, Aisha and O'Brien, before he went to sleep. At this time, he saw both of them in bed. Shortly afterwards, O'Brien sees Aisha get up to use the bathroom and return to bed. After she returns to bed, O'Brien says he hears Aisha moving around and assumes she's just tossing and turning in bed, and he goes back to sleep. Aisha presumably got up from her bed, put on a white pair of jeans, her white sneakers, and still wearing her white nightie or nightshirt, left the house with a packed black and beige book bag and her Tweety Bird purse. Aisha had her own house key, which she usually kept in her backpack. Aisha did not bring a coat or any other winter clothes with her. At between 3:45 a.m. to 4 a.m, Jeff Roop, a trucker, says he saw a person who he believed to be Aisha Degree walking south on State Highway 18. He describes the girl as a child, wearing a white dress, white sneakers and no coat. He also described her as wearing pigtails. He also says she was walking at a good pace with her head down like she had a destination in mind. He then did a U-turn and drove back past her. He turned around again this time, hoping to talk to Aisha, but when he rolled down his window, Aisha ran into a wooded area off the road. He did not report this to any authorities that night, but reported it the next day when he saw Aisha on the news. Another trucker, Roy Blanton Sr. and his son Roy Jr. said they saw someone matching Aisha's description briefly at about 4:30 a.m. Blanton described the person as a very small figure wearing light-coloured clothing. He then got on his CB radio and warned other truckers in the area to be aware of a woman walking along the road. At 5:45 a.m. or 6 a.m, Aquila woke up. She ran a bath for both the kids, which she normally did the night before, but couldn't because of a power outage that was caused by a car crashing into an electricity grid nearby. She went into Aisha and O'Brien's room at around 6:30 a.m. and saw O'Brien sleeping in his bed and saw that Aisha was not in her bed. Aquila checked everywhere in the house, including the family car and all the closets. She woke Harold up around 6:35 a.m. and then she called Aisha's grandmother and aunt across the street to see if Aisha was over there. Harold called 911 at 6:39 a.m. Sheriff deputies were on the scene by 6:41 a.m. Within 1 hour, search dogs were deployed. By 12 p.m, a helicopter was brought in and 60 volunteers had gathered to search for Aisha. During the first day of a 12-hour search, nothing was found. Now, let's look into some suspects of this case. Donald Ferguson. In 2014, Donald Ferguson was convicted of murdering 7-year-old Shalanda Paul in the year 1990. The cases between Shalanda and Aisha have a few similarities. Shalanda lived in the same state as Aisha, even though they lived far apart. Shalanda shared a bedroom with her twin sister, Shanda Paul. Shalanda was lured out of her house in the early hours of July 21, 1990. Curtis T. Montgomery. In 2000, Curtis, who was 19 at the time, was living in Waco, North Carolina, which is about 4 miles or so from the Degree home. On the 4th of May 2002, Curtis was arrested on 2 counts of kidnapping and indecent liberties with a minor. Her parents believed that Aisha ran away from home because her team lost a basketball game that day and she had also been fouled out, so she was very upset with herself.
Of school and sports, leave home alone. Mom's only guess was a school basketball game that hadn't gone well that weekend.
She was still upset about the game. She didn't want to face the team.
Not only had the team lost, but Aisha fouled out. Aquila says it bothered her daughter for the rest of the weekend.
The FBI have said that any information anyone may have to please call in. The FBI is also offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for the disappearance of Aisha. And that's where we finish off today. Thank you for watching.